Greetings, listener. Please enjoy the unintelligible ramblings of your favorite dynamic trio, Arva, Farah, and Westy, as they explore the vast world of cryptids once more. Welcome to the Unintelligibles.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Unintelligibles. My name is Westy, and I am your host this week. And I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-hosts, Arva.
Hello.
And Farah.
Hi.
How are you two doing this week?
Better. A boring week this week, but I'll take that over a bad, exciting week.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah, I feel that.
Just tired. Still adjusting to the fact that it's like heavy into wintertime really quickly. And it gets so dark so early now. And it's cold. And it's raining a lot. And I used to be tired.
Yeah.
I forgot what happened last week because we're not recording on our usual day, so I wasn't
Tell
ready.
them that. Don't need to.
I mean, we're recording 5 minutes before this episode gets uploaded.
There we go.
I'm gonna be getting a new job, which is good news. In
Ooh.
January, I got told that I was hired for that, so that's exciting. It's like I'm gonna be a wage cuck. I'm gonna be a full-time salaried employee with benefits and the whole 9 yards. I'm gonna
Ooh.
be like an adult, actually, for once in my life.
Nice.
First job that's not hourly.
I mean,
Nice.
you can have an adult job that's hourly. Technically, my job is still hourly.
Yeah.
I can't think of a more adult job than government pencil pusher.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's kind of far away, but I'm thinking, I mean, I'm either going to grad school next year or I'll be moving closer to my job next year. I've been saving for a while for one of those two things.
What was the job
that's
again? Like, as much as you can share?
I will be I am very vague about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be teaching programs to adult population,
That's pretty
not
cool.
to kids. I do not like children, but
Valid.
I do want to be a professor one day, so this is like really good experience for that.
Okay, so it's like a temporary sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a permanent position, so like technically I could stay there till I retire. But I don't know, see how much I like it, I guess. They
Yeah.
have like the system that a lot of jobs like this have where you get paid more the longer you stay with them, like the step system,
Oh yeah,
where
the steps.
up until a certain like year, and the max pay that you can get is actually pretty good. So my starting rate is in the 70,000s, so I'm
Ooh,
pretty happy.
very nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like a living wage if you have a roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if I do buy a house, like my best friend Grinchy already, like, we've been wanting to move out forever, so she would be renting for sure from me, so it would work out really well.
Yeah, renting's honestly the way to go. Wait for a housing crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would be buying a house because I live with my parents right now, so I don't pay rent, I just pay for my bills. And the plan has always just been to save until I can afford to buy my house because that's what my brother did. Because renting is like, it's such a waste of money. I know that lots of people have to do it, but I'm in a position where I don't have to rent and I can just stay with my parents and save until I can afford to buy a house and like afford a mortgage. So that's the way that I'm gonna go. Because otherwise, it's like renting is really just throwing my money away. Because at that point, I mean, why am I not just living with my parents and saving money? Not everybody gets that luxury.
Yeah, I
but
was gonna
do.
say. If
Yeah, I
I
have to pay
could.
rent.
I literally, I'm supposed to pay rent. Like, well, I tried. My brothers paid rent. I had 2 older brothers. They always paid rent. The rule was if you weren't in school, you paid rent. So I finished school last year. And then my parents were like, no, you don't have to. And like my brothers paid rent for years. And I was like, okay.
Damn.
But I pay for like, my car and my phone and all the other stuff. I just don't pay rent. They just want to help me save up money, which I'm very appreciative for.
Nice. I have just been tired this week.
Yeah.
I had a very fun interaction with not my manager, but another manager. My manager went on vacation.
Spill the tea.
It's late November right now, and apparently December is like the slow time because it's after all of the people send their stuff in late, but before everyone gets their new stuff for the new year. So it's kind of a lull.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot to do in my department right now. And I'm only trained on one program. So I'm like extremely limited. And so is it Tuesday day? So all of Sunday, I was like, all right, I got the work I can do, and I did that, and I was like, oh, we're out. So I went to another department. I was like, hey, do you have any of these? And they're like, oh, we got a little bit. And I got that and went back. It's like, hey, you have any more? It's like, no. Went to another department. It's like, hey, do you have any of these? Like, no. Went to a fourth department. Like, hey, do you have any of these? Like, no. So it's like, I confirmed, like, there's none of these left in the building. You know, not right now. So I got to fill out my timesheet. And on my timesheet, I just kind of wrote in, like, hey, this is downtime because we didn't have any. I did not know who was doing the timesheets. Apparently, it was like a dictator manager. And she like stormed over to my desk, goes, what is this? I was like, that's a downtime coach. Like, you can't just put that. That has to be approved. I was like, oh, sorry. You want me to change it? She goes, well, what were you doing yesterday? I was like, we didn't have any of these. Like, no, we had a lot of those yesterday. We had so many of those. And I started dropping names like, well, I talked to this person. They didn't have any. I talked to this person in your department. They didn't have any. And I talked to that person over there and they didn't have any. And she goes, well, you don't just not work, and just stormed off. And I'm like, what do you want me to do if I'm only trained in one thing? Like, I even said, I'll change it for you. And she was just like yelling at me in front of my desk, in front of everybody. But I don't really care about managers getting mad at me. So I just kind of put my head on my hand, like that side head tilt of like, yeah, go on. I'm getting paid for this either way. I'm gonna put this meeting on my timesheet.
True.
Yeah. It's been very...
Put my daily poop on the timesheet.
Yeah.
I can only get away with that once. Technically, we do. That's called the break. But yeah, it's been very, very boring. There's just not a lot of my program to do right now. And then the programs there are things to do in, they're like the super hyper, you got to go through like a few days long class to actually understand them kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not something someone can just hand me and be like, here you go. Like, no, I need a class for this. Like, this is...
Yeah, my new job is I have to like go away for a couple weeks to get trained.
That's fun.
Have fun.
She's going right now. Load her in the catapult.
Yeah. See you. Bye.
So, this transitions not at all into today's topic, but I knew there wasn't really going to be a transition to today's topic. It's a little too different than anything you can just bring up in casual conversation. But we are going to do Cryptids 3.
Yeah, let's go.
Yay!
Got to do the trilogy. So, I think I kind of liked the format of the last one where I just gave you a name and then I let you describe it based on the name and tell me where you thought it was from.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that one better than the other one where I just kind of gave you a description and let you name it.
Yeah.
So, let me see my decisive way to figure out who's going first. Somebody call heads or tails.
Heads.
Tails.
Heads. Farrah goes first.
Yippee.
Shit. Actually, good.
Yeah, sometimes going second is better.
Yeah. Some ideas.
It's going to... The kind of grading system I'm going for here is how close you were to what it actually is. Entertainment is a factor, of course, but it's not going to be the only factor. And then just generally, if you can get it within the sort of area of the world.
Okay.
So just, I'll say like North America, South America, Africa, Asia, thing like that. Make it nice and pretty easy. That way you get like a 1 in, got it. However many chance. I'm bad at fractions. Anyway. So we're starting with Farrah.
Hey.
Farrah, there is a cryptid out there in the world called a ropin.
How do you spell that?
ROPEN.
Okay.
Oh, like I thought. Huh.
It's pretty yeah. Like it's simple.
I didn't know if it was an I or an E, okay?
Would that have changed your description?
What?
Would that have changed how you describe it? It has an E, therefore it is this. It has an I.
Listen, I'm thinking of like root words in different languages, okay?
You know what? Fair enough. Tell us about the ropin.
Content warning. There is a brief mention of suicide methods. If desired, skip to 1408.
Well, I feel like the obvious route is to go that it is a like possessed piece of rope.
What the fuck?
I don't know. What
That's what I
kind
was
of
thinking.
rope? It's rope is in the name. What do you mean?
It's just possessed piece of rope, not a living piece of rope or a thing that looks like it's a rope. It's a possessed
I don't know,
rope.
man.
That's what got me. There's a
Listen.
demon out there. It's like, oh hell yeah.
Listen.
Shibari.
What if this? Yeah, maybe it's like a really annoying asshole demon, and it possesses this piece of rope from like Home Hardware, or wherever the local hardware store is, and it goes and finds depressed people. And just ties a noose and will like hang it up randomly everywhere they go, and they just see the noose all the time, just tempting them to like off themselves.
Oh.
They wake up in the morning, it's like the first thing they see. They go to bed at night, last thing they see. It's just like following them around. Every time there's a rafter, noose. Every time there's a ceiling fan, noose. Like you can't escape it. And he just wants you to kill yourself, basically.
All right, that wasn't at all where I thought you were gonna go with that, but okay.
Well, I feel like the only other way to go is like bondage, but I wasn't feeling it.
I think you
That's
got called
fair.
out.
Maybe
That's why you were
Ruben was
feeling
feeling it.
I'm gonna say this is from Asia.
Okay.
I don't know
Eh.
why. I don't have a reason.
No reason. All right.
Actually, I do have a reason. Asia likes to have mythology and like cryptids that are just possessed objects.
Actually, yeah.
It's true.
So that's like their specialty. So
They specialize.
that's their, yes. So I'm gonna say it's Asian. Yeah.
All right, Arva. Tell us about the rope.
So I'm going in a different direction because I was going to go in a similar direction to Farah, but I think that Ropin is a North American cryptid. And it is like, what the fuck are those things that roll around in the desert?
Tumbleweed?
Yeah, it's like a tumbleweed shaped creature that has a rope like a cowboy.
Does it have a cowboy hat?
It does
Gotta help.
sometimes.
Nice,
Depends on the
nice.
day.
It rolls the hat, just
Um,
always stays on top.
Yeah, like it has
It's like
that
golf with your friends. Like it just stays on top.
prison pocket where it pulls it out whenever it's done walking.
Oh god.
So it'll just like roll around, and when it spots one of its targets, because it searches for its bounty, it's a bounty hunter. Spoiler alert, it doesn't actually follow any bounty. It will just fuck you up if it finds you. But it'll roll around the desert like any other tumbleweed, but then it will stop. The hat will come out, and then that rope will start swinging. And if it catches you, it will drag you back to like a pit in the desert. I don't know, kill you or something. I don't know why it does it. I just know what it looks like.
All right.
All right.
Short and simple. Just a tumbleweed that fucks you up. All right, I'm not gonna tell you who's getting the point on this one, but I
Okay.
will tell you about the Ropin, meaning demon flyer, is a cryptid thought to be a big bat, or more commonly, a petrosaur. I have a picture of this thing. You know,
Flying. Oh my god.
Give it to me.
it's native to
that-
New Guinea Island.
Is that its tail?
Yeah,
It's so
That's the
long.
rope part.
That's the rope part.
I get it now.
it's said to produce light to attract fish. It's like I said, it's from Papua New Guinea. Basically, it flies around the water and uses its light to attract fish, scoops up the fish, and eats them, and used to startle fishermen because its wingspan is from 12 to 100 feet.
Holy
Oh, so it's just like a
shit.
big ass bird that eats fish, basically.
Yeah.
More or
It
less.
has like a rope tail thing.
All right.
Ooh, I could start doing
Misleading
first
name. I
sighted.
mean, the name kind of makes sense, but also like, what the fuck?
It makes
think
perfect sense because
Neither
that's
of us were very close.
no.
No.
And it has thought to maybe just be misidentified as a bat because New Guinea actually has big ass fucking bats.
They do. They do. They're
Like,
they're
at that.
humongous. Yeah.
Jesus.
Imagine you're at night fishing and that thing just swoops down at you. You'd probably think, "Oh goddamn, it's a dinosaur."
Yeah.
Now,
That's that roping.
one of my favorites, however, is the Ropin. Kind of got tied to one of their what you call it? God, what are those like religious little statues, fetishes. One of their like little fetishes from back in the day. And I kind of just want to share this one because what the fuck?
He's sucking his own pee-pee?
Hello?
He looks like he is, doesn't he?
I think he is.
No,
This is an old one. Like, this is a very old cryptid, huh?
this one is, but sorry, I take a drink. The Ropin was first seen in I just saw it 1935.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Oh,
Bro
he's gonna
saw a
keep
bat for
roping
the
if he
first
keeps
time
that
and went,
up.
what the fuck?
Wait, who saw it? It has to be by famous biologist and entomologist Evelyn Cheeseman.
Man. Cheese man
Okay.
don't know what a bat look like.
I'm not telling you who got the point on that one, but gotta find a pretty fun one here. I have a lot of random ones, just because it's like, whatever we get through, we'll get through. Where is the one I was? Here we go. Arva, you get to lead this one off.
Shit.
Tell us about the hodag.
Can you spell it?
Hodag.
Okay.
A lot of these are going to be spelled probably how you think, and the ones
Hmm.
that are not,
I don't know if that was HOE.
I thought there was an E.
So just clear. Listen, if you have the question, someone else in the class does too. That's what the teacher always says.
Right. I was actually just about to ask too. I was like, is there an E?
Exactly.
Is it ho like ho?
You know what? Fair.
God, this one like there's nothing to like derive from the name. It's just Hodag. Okay. I'm gonna go crazy with this one. I'm gonna say this one is a gardening cryptid, which will visit your garden and while you are asleep or away, take care of it. And you won't know. You have no idea. It will look untampered. Your crops will just be growing really well. You're like, whoa, I have such a green thumb. This is great. But then when your crops actually finish growing, you'll realize that they are not what you ended up growing, and they're like its offspring. And that's actually how it keeps the bloodline going, the cryptid line going, and has this little cryptid kids. But it's pretty harmless. It's a pretty harmless cryptid. It doesn't do too much, unless you mess with the crops before they're finished, like growing. Unless like the person notices something wrong with their crops early and like kills it, because obviously it's its kids, then it will come back and it will not per se kill you, but it will tease, toy, or potentially kill you, depending on how many of its kids it killed.
Okay.
What part of the world did you say it was from?
Oh, I'm gonna say this one's European, because it reminds me of Free Dog from Norway.
All right. Farah.
I agree with European. Like, it sounds like almost something from like Norway or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for it to be absolutely not that and from India or something. But
This one's
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm
the one
gonna
from North
say.
America.
Yeah. Hodag. I don't know why, but I want to say like, for some reason, like, you know, like the modern depictions of a Wendigo where it's kind of more like a deer than like a
Yes.
pale, tall, skinny dude. That's kind of just what comes into my mind. I don't know why. So I'm gonna say this is like a creepy ass looking deer that walks on its hind legs. Cause I mean I'm pretty sure there's lots of deer in that part of Europe. I don't know. Is there? I don't know the.
I actually don't know.
I don't know
I think so.
Let's see. Are deer native to Europe? Yes.
I was gonna say I know they're native, but like, how far north do they go?
Well,
Like
they have
Norway.
reindeer, so.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Right.
I guess I was thinking more just like common deer, like whitetails.
I was thinking common deer too, but yeah.
I guess reindeer are common deer up there, huh? Hang
I
on.
guess so, yeah.
I guess
Not
that,
here.
yeah. That's their
I always
common
think
deer.
reindeer are like mythical little creatures because of Santa, but they're real.
Yeah, I know. It's like
It's
they're
just
real.
those reindeer.
I hear they're assholes
mythical.
too. So
Probably.
That's what I've heard.
I bet Santa whips them, so they're like,
oh,
this is not on
I
topic.
bet some of them are into it.
This is.
yeah, I was gonna say
this
kinky
is
claws.
not
Hold
relate
up.
to our cryptid. This is. I'm gonna say it's like like mangled deer looking thing that stalks the woods and like howls, and you know, it's one of those elusive ones that are really hard to see or get a picture of or find.
Okay. You said Europe.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read this little excerpt here. The hodag is a fearsome critter resembling a large bull-horned carnivore with a row of thick curved spines down its back. the hodag was said to be born from the ashes of cremated ox as the incarnation of the accumulation of abuse. You're actually really close with that. The animal said, so too bad you said this isn't part of the cryptid, because that would have counted. That the animal suffered at the hands of their masters. The history of the hodag is strongly tied to Rhinelander, Wisconsin.
Oh,
Are
from America,
you like
bro.
Mm-hmm.
actually kidding?
I said deer. That's kind of close to oxen.
I said gardening. That's American, right? Go in America garden.
That's only Americans garden.
So, I got 3 pictures here. I want the first one's like the statue that's in like the Wisconsin area of this thing. Apparently, he's very prominently featured in like Paul Bunyan stories, which I've never heard of him.
I don't know who that is.
Paul
Is
Bunyan
he like
is
angry, or is he just like hanging out?
Paul Bunyan. If you don't know if that is, it's like the American folklore of like he was a giant who could chop down a tree in a single swing, and he had like a giant ox.
Oh.
But this is like what it's supposed to look like.
Oh.
However,
This looks like from the where the wild things are or something.
Yeah.
However, this is the part that makes me laugh every goddamn time. There's a picture from 1893 of a hodag getting captured.
Oh boy. I hope it's another bat or something.
It's in Shibari.
This one was really fucking funny. I'm going to send 2 pictures. One is it getting captured, and one is the close-up picture. So here's it getting captured, and here's the close-up.
That's like a carved piece of wood.
I like the guy on the ground because they just.
I like how
really
clearly staged it is. It's okay. Why is it so tiny? Like I thought it was gonna be humongous. Like it's from ox. I thought it was
Like
gonna be
that's
the
the
size
size
of an
of
ox.
fucking like I don't
But
know.
it's like
a
a dog.
medium-sized dog.
Yeah, it looks like the size of a dog.
It's
That's so
really
funny.
fucking funny.
The guy in the ground's my favorite part because he just like got so hurt by this wooden statue.
Yeah.
My favorite
Oh,
part of
I'm
this
dying.
legend was apparently in this picture they had to use dynamite to kill it. So they just blew this fucking wooden thing up. Like,
Oh,
look
it
how
looks really
carved
unstoppable
the mouth
there.
is.
Look, it's already got like chips on it too.
Whew. That is the hodag.
Gorgeous.
Just guys being dudes making up a fucking making up a
That's like
cryptid.
a Renaissance painting. The composition of that.
Very nice composition, yeah.
An angry mob.
So is it like an angry creature, or does it just like hang out?
It's pretty angry. It'll attack you if you're in the woods, basically, or if you like mistreated your animals, which
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's justified.
Yeah, it's like if you mistreat your ox, then yeah.
Oh, come get you. I mean, look at how vicious it looks. Vicious it looks in that bottom
I
picture.
mean, that's a
I
very
know.
good like cryptid to be like, don't abuse your animals or it will come and eat you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, the moral of this one I fully support. The picture, however, it's like
Kind of goofy.
What do you mean? I support the picture even more. I want to like recreate that, but it's a picture of just like me in the middle.
So, swing back to Farah.
Gang.
Farah, there is a cryptid out there in the world called a trunco. Trunko.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. A trunco. Well, I feel like this is just a mimic, right? Like a chest that has
Oh, fuck.
a mouth, and if you like try to open it, it will eat you. I mean, that was my immediate first image, and I think probably
That was
Arva's
mine.
too.
Yeah. I was like,
The
what
way
if it's
that
a
he
mimic,
was-
but it's a trunk?
Yeah, I mean that's what it sounds like to me. It's just literally like specifically a mimic that is a fucking. I don't know where would this come from though. I don't know where this would originate. I'm like torn between Europe and North America. Feel like it wouldn't be another North American one in a row. Maybe I'll just say Europe for every single one, and eventually it will be right.
I mean, you're not wrong. It would be
Yeah,
right
one of them
eventually.
will be
At
right.
least one of these has to be European.
You think?
Right.
So I'm gonna say Europe.
Okay. Arva, what is this mythological trunko?
Shit. I was gonna say the same thing. This one I'm gonna switch it up to the other kind of trunk, and I'm gonna say this is a mimic, but in the form of a car trunk.
I thought you were gonna say a butt. I thought you were gonna say a big ass booty.
Well, depending on how you look at cars, it could be the booty.
That is sadly true.
I think this is a North American cryptid from hello, North American from North America. Hello. This is a car trunk mimic cryptid from North America. That usually is more common in used cars sold at scummy dealerships with a scummy salesperson.
So like most of them.
Yeah.
So most of them, it's pretty common. Yeah, usually in older cars though. And honestly, the description is just literally sometimes you open your trunk and it's fine, and then sometimes it's got teeth and it's gonna kill you or bite your hands off. Yeah, and depending on if it's a hatchback, SUV, or anything like that, changes a little bit of the mimic. Obviously, it can eat more if it's an SUV or a truck oh, how would a truck work? No top lip. No top lip, just bottom lip. That's what a truck is. That's the tailgate.
Oh.
So there'll be bottom teeth, but no top teeth. Unless you got the little canopy cover on. Customize your, what was it again?
Trunko.
Customize your trunko today.
Okay, I didn't realize you were pitching like a sale to me.
Yeah, I didn't know we were
Listen,
buying Trunko.
I gotta get into being the salesman that's selling the trunkos. Trunkos plural because there's multiple.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So,
Other than that, though, my first idea is gone, so that's the best I got.
this one's a weird one for many reasons. It's more or less a nickname, and I know you've seen this image. It's the name given to what is also called a globster. Here,
A what?
let me get the image. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
It's this thing. Lisa, God, I hope you'll know it when you see it. This is all over the news.
No, I've never seen this image.
Oh, really?
It looks like a bunch of seaweed.
I don't think I've seen this image, but I think I know what you're talking about because I think I see it.
There's like 4 of them. Here, this is probably one of the. This is the more better known one, I think.
No, I still have never seen this.
Really?
Yes. I think. This seems a little more familiar.
Okay, I knew one of those is more.
I've seen something
like a
about
baby
something
whale.
like this.
So, that's the nickname for it. The Trunko originating, or first sighted in Margate, South Africa
Oh.
in
Damn.
One of these days
1924.
is going to be European.
Maybe. Surprisingly, not a whole lot of European cryptids. It's basically said to be a hairy whale with a trunk, and there's not really any like full picture of it, but I do like this artist rendition of a Trunko getting fucking just demolished by killer whales for some reason.
Okay. Damn.
Like, why are they so mean
It's
to
'cause
him?
killer
What the
whales
fuck?
are vile.
Yeah, they
They're
are
bullying
actually.
him. You got a
Oh.
penis on your face.
Oh,
Penis nose.
Oh my. Okay, so like an elephant trunk. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized that I could have gone with that trunk route, but I was just thinking of trunks.
Now, the reason it kind of has that sort of thing is because there is actually a drawing from what year was that? 1610, where people reportedly saw a sea creature with an elephant-like trunk.
Damn.
Hmm.
That one's so regal.
It is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is fancy. Very well done.
Good scrimshaw there. But that is a trunco.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think this is just a whale that they pulled up that's like covered in seaweed, and they were like, "Oh, it's a cryptid."
One of the theories for it is it's either a decomposing whale or it's a big ass polar bear that drowned.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That could also be
that would
fair,
explain the
yeah.
hair. Yeah.
And so that's kind of the trunk. There's not a whole lot to them. I just thought the 1610 drawing was pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like that. I would get that tattooed on me, actually. On my ass cheek.
And then you'd be like, "This is my trunco."
And on the other side is my other trunco. Ooh.
All right, don't get too many ideas.
So anyway, Arva, out there in this terrifying cryptid-filled world. Wait, did Arva go first in this one? No, Farrah went first in this one.
No, I
No,
did.
Farrah
Yeah.
went first, yeah.
Arva, out there in this terrifying cryptid-filled world, is a creature known as a Groot slang.
Spell
What
it.
did you just call me?
It's GROOTSLANG.
Is this just Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh my god. This is just his long lost cousin.
I'll give you a hint and say it's not related to Groot at all.
Shit, I don't even know where to start with this one. I'm not gonna say North America again because every time I say it, it's wrong.
One of these times, though, it'll be right.
This time I'm with Farrah. I'm gonna say this is European. Because what was it? A Groot slag? Slag like the fucking British slang.
It's I don't know why the image in my head now was you just encountered this thing in like a dark London alley.
It's got a knife.
I'm thinking this shit's a chav now. Oh, I keep thinking about Groot from fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. This is so bad. I don't know what. I'm gonna say. I don't even know where to start with this thing. Roots. I'm gonna say it's a root monster. A British root monster. And I'm gonna take your idea because I think it's funny, and it is gonna be the dark alleys of England. And it's gonna be like a not tree monster like Groot, but it's going to be a root monster kind of shaped like a person. And it actually wears chav outfits, so it has like the black bomber jacket.
Yes! Oh, I love this.
And it's in the back alley and it's in the dark. And if you ever encounter it, the way to survive it, it's not hostile per se, but it will and can attack you. But that's only when it feels threatened or if it feels like you think you're better than it.
And you think you're better than it.
So you just have to act like it's better than you, and you gotta like degrade yourself a little. I don't know, do whatever you gotta do to make it believe that it thinks that you think you're worse. And then it will be fine. It's not very vocal, but sometimes it does imitate chav language. So if you hear like a "Oi, bruv" in the back alley, I would say
Oi,
dodge
bruv.
usually. And it can also like, its resting state is usually like overgrowth on buildings. When it is not imitating the shape of a person, it is like overgrowth on buildings, and it will like leave the building, form a shape of a person, and get its puffer jacket on. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Probably not, but I like my idea.
Alrighty. Farrah, tell us about this mythological Groot slang.
So, fuck. I'm also gonna I'm not changing my original. Okay, I'm not changing my original. I was gonna say European. I was gonna say British too because slag I know is like British slang for like a whore.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna say that this is a uh promiscuous woman. I'm looking at the definition of slag on Merriam-Webster. A lewd or promiscuous woman, chiefly British slang. I'm gonna say that this is a. Have you guys played Bramble?
No.
No, but I know about Bramble.
Okay, so I can't remember what the name of it is because it's all Nordic names and I can't fucking pronounce any of them. But it's basically this witch woman that is like made of tree, and she like every man who sees her as like the most beautiful woman they've ever seen, and she like lures them into the woods and then like kills them and like uses their hearts for power. So I'm gonna kind of go off that. I'm saying that it's like a beautiful woman that lures men away and then like kills them. And maybe she even eats them. I don't. She's girl bossing. She can. Do
If she's
whatever she
feeling a little
wants.
ravenous,
If she's
yeah.
feeling a little ravenous, yeah.
Okay. So, the Groot slang, which is African and Dutch for big snake, is a legendary cryptid that is reputed to dwell in a deep cave in I'm gonna mispronounce Richterveld, South Africa.
Okay.
Shit.
This
I need to
thing.
start guessing Africa apparently because this is a
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they have such cool cryptids though. Like they have the most amazing cryptids. It said very specifically to dwell in one cave. The cave is known as the Wonder Hole or Bottomless Pit.
I'll show you a wonder hole.
I knew someone by that name in high school, Bottomless Pit.
Damn. So, this thing there's a few depictions of it. The most common is like this one here. The cave is said to be connected to the sea or lake. The cave is filled with diamonds, said to live in warm rivers and lakes. Okay, so yeah, basically this cave's like connected to everything via deep cavern system. This is basically what you see.
Another elephant, bitch.
This is an elephant. This is literally an elephant. It just has a snake body. Oh my god, it's humongous.
Yeah, it's really
I was not
fucking
expecting
huge.
that.
Now, there is another rendition of it that I think is really fucking hilarious yet horrifying.
I can see that.
Here it is. This one and this one. Because they may have adapted this creature for Dungeons and Dragons as well.
Okay.
Oh.
And its whole thing is like it loves diamonds and, a lot of diamond mines in Africa. So if you go into this diamond mine, it will kill you.
Okay.
It's basically a thing of don't get greedy. That is a long fucking link. Anyway, I think this one is truly horrifying. Because if I saw this in a dark cave, I'd shit myself.
That's much cooler.
Oh, its trunk has like it is like a snake elephant serpent.
Yeah. And then there's this version of it.
Whoa. Okay, that's my favorite.
That's cool. I like the second one the most. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I think the second one. I like the little. I guess the last one does also kind of have like a little snake trunk, but it's weird bottom jaw split.
That's my favorite part. This jaw split. Ooh.
That is cool, but
the first one is so dorky though.
Yeah. That's what's supposed to like pop out of the river at you. It also has a serpent's tail. It seems like it changes description a little bit. It becomes more snake-like out in like water and open areas and more elephant-like in the cave.
So can you like go, did they know where this cave is? Like you can just go to this cave?
Actually, yeah. I
I'm
don't.
gonna go to this
Ooh.
cave and fight this thing. And I'm gonna stream it, and it's gonna get views.
It's apparently like a mining town, and the cave is, goddamn, really fucking deep. Hang on. Where's it? It was first discovered in 1917
Damn.
after an English businessman disappeared in the cave and his party was attacked by lions. I think the dude just got eaten by lions.
I think there might just be lions in the cave.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think there's just a lion den in there.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's pointing to, isn't it? So. All right, this one. I'm gonna try and say it, but I may have to spell out. Farah,
Okay.
tell us about the terrifying creature Tizahurk. Tizheruk.
T-I-Z... What?
Heruk. Are you typing?
Yeah, I need to, like, have it in
Okay.
front of me.
I don't know how to properly pronounce that one. Like,
Tizheruk. Tizheruk. Something like that.
yeah.
Tizheruk. See, this sounds African, but there's no way there's 3 African ones in a row, so I'm gonna... Tizheruk. What else does this look like? What language would this be? Tizheruk. You know, I'm going with European again because eventually one of these has to be European. So I'm gonna say it's European. No fucking idea what this one is. Tizheruk. The fuck? Can I have a hint?
Let's see, what kind of hint can I give you? It's kind of a weird one. We will say it's kind of a hybrid.
Okay, it's like a mix between 2 animals. Or something like that. I'm gonna say that this is a mix between a... No, that wouldn't work if it's European. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say a Siberian tiger, and I was like, those aren't in Europe. What is in Europe?
A good many things, actually.
There's a lot of stuff there.
It's kind of a populated place.
It is. I'm gonna say this is a hybrid between a bear and a bear and I don't know, like a moose? Are moose in Europe, or is that just Canadian, like North America?
I think there's some moose.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's moose in Europe.
Forgive me, I've never been. Oh yeah, look. Okay, I'll say a bear and a moose hybrid.
Pretty sure
A bamoose, if you will. A mare. But not like the horse kind. I'm gonna say this is a moose bear hybrid that lives in the woods of Northern Europe. And maybe it's like in this like the snowy part of Europe. It's like a polar bear, more like that fucking whale that they pulled out of the water.
Okay.
Whatever that cryptid was.
Trunco.
The Trunco.
Yeah.
And I think he's just a big guy that hunts in the woods, and it's like, you know the saying, like, what is it? If it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. It's just gonna kill you. Like, if you see it, dunzo. It runs faster than you. Cause moose and bears, especially polar bears, they will fuck you up. Moose do not care. It's just angry. No one's ever done anything bad to it. It's just angry at life. God just made this a very angry creature. And it will kill you on sight, not even for food, just for fun.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah. Arva, tell us about your Tizharuk.
I'm going to say this is from Africa.
There's no three. He can't do 3 Africas in a row. It's impossible.
You say that. Africa is very rich in cryptid folklore.
I don't know. We'll see. That's what I was thinking, but also at the same time, it sounds like it could be.
I said I was gonna do Europe until I got it right, so that's what I'm doing.
I think this is a kind of fusion between a dog and a saber-toothed tiger, because it's going to be kind of like a saber-toothed dog, but it's still got cat-like qualities to it, especially the qualities of landing on all 4 feet when it falls, and its agility and speed. Similar to Farah's interpretation, it is also super incredibly fast. And while, once again, not a particularly aggressive cryptid, if you get too close to its territory or it hunts you down, then you are dead, because it is stronger, faster, more agile. Also, it hunts at night, is a night hunting cryptid. It is very hard to see. All you will see before you die is some glowing eyes. And that's about it. I'm gonna say for the fun of it, it has 4 eyes.
All right.
So you see like 4 glowing eyes in the dark. That's how you can decipher it between a normal big cat that might be in the area that might kill you and a Tizharuk.
All right. So, the Tizharuk, a sea serpent, seen off the coast of Alaska.
Oh my!
Okay.
That also makes sense.
This is it gets its name from local Inuits and Eskimos who attach mythological and religious significance to them and were afraid of them. This thing, it's a hybrid because it's in the water, but it can also fly. I don't know how, because I'm going to show you this picture, and I don't know how.
What?
Motherfucker,
that's a penis monster.
That cannot fly.
Right?
Where are its wings?
That is the
It's got like
T-Rex.
tiny flippers. It's got like a seal head.
It's
an interesting creature.
Basically, it said it tips your boat if you're out in its territory.
Okay.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot to this one other than that, and it can fly. It doesn't like fly over to directly attack you. It's just you'll see it flying. It'll dive under the water and come up under your boat and just like knock you over. Probably eat you, but because they did say the local native tribes were fearful of them. I don't know if that's just because you would, go in the Arctic water and probably freeze to death, or it did actually eat you.
Probably a little bit of both.
It looks like there's a bunch of them too.
Yeah, because I think that's more of them in the background. I can't see
Yeah.
their tiny little arms, so I didn't know if it was them or not. But
Yeah, you
I
can see
think
their
it
tiny
is.
little arms
Or
if
their
you zoom in.
flippers. Oh, can't you?
Yeah, they got tiny little nubbins.
Oh, I thought those were nipples.
You know what? If I wouldn't put it,
Especially the one really far in the back.
this creature was technically first reported in 1980, though legends of it were going back in local tribes for hundreds of years.
Oh, this one's fairly recent then.
Yeah, this one's a pretty young cryptid,
Yeah.
and yeah, technically,
Well, because, yeah, it's been discussed before that. Huh. Not at all what I was thinking. Damn.
No, I was not even close.
no, this one I got so confused. I'm like, this thing can fly. What?
No, it can't.
I guess it's just from the momentum, like flying fish. They use the momentum of jumping out of the. I don't know, because there's no way those little fucking that skin tank wing / flipper is gonna get it to fly.
Right? I guess it flies with magic.
Yeah, because that thing's gonna flap in the wind.
It might be. I could see it like jumping out of the water like a whale, but there ain't no way that thing flies.
Let's see.
Maybe the tail? No, I don't think that's gonna carry that big bitch up in the air.
No. So, Arva.
Uh-huh.
We'll do one more. Make this one
Okay.
quick. Tell me about the beast of Uvadan. Juvadan? I don't know how to. Here, I will copy and paste this name.
Okay.
I don't know how to say the. I don't know how to say the accent correctly on this one.
Oh God. That's depending on where that. Oh God, accent.
Yeah, it
comes from,
depends.
what
Yeah, it
language.
depends which language that, because there's an accented E in so many languages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Gévaudan?
Yeah,
That's not
I'm
French.
thinking
I don't
like.
think it's French.
Uh,
I don't know. Oh no. Well, now I think it's gonna be European.
Starbucks.
It's gotta be somewhere. This sounds kind of regal. Watch it be the most fucking gruesome, horrifying cryptid ever. But this sounds like it could be kind of regal. I'm gonna say, it's kind of a creature similar to the beast from Beauty and the Beast. It's going to be a knighted, suited, like beast man. Not really any particular beast. Kind of ambiguous. Kind of similar at times to, once again, like the beast from Beauty and the Beast. Kind of like big cat, lion, maybe, or bear, but it's very, usually has a helmet on too, so you can't tell, but you can see like the luscious locks of fur come out from under the helmet. I'm gonna say that this is a cryptid that is a friendlier cryptid. Not innocent and not still has the potential to kill you, because I feel like most cryptids usually do still have the potential to kill. This is something, a cryptid that comes around families that live in old money mansions and stuff like that.
Oh, they rich.
Or castles or anything that's grand and big, and usually is stereotypically associated with having like those knight armors inside, and it will infiltrate and pretend to be like one of those knight armors casually hanging out inside. Kind of specific to like, you have to have some knight armors in your house, which you gotta be rich. So this is like a wealthier cryptid that only targets people that are like old money rich. And if you do not notice it, it will just hang around and not do much, honestly. It just wants a place to rest and be at peace. But if you do notice it, or you notice that your knight armors are at a place or anything like that, then it will start to get a little upset and grumpy. And if you continue to bother it, or you try to remove the armor from your residence, then it will haunt, not hunt. It will haunt you and has the potential to hunt you, depending on how much you've bothered it and how much you've tried to get rid of it.
All right, there's some layers to that one.
Probably going to be like this small little fucking like dog from Africa or something instead of that. But you know, I tried.
I like that one. Farah, tell us about this beast.
I'm gonna say that it is French because I'm European, bro. One of these has got to be fucking European. But I'm gonna say it's French because I mean that accented E is in the French language, so. It sounds like this is a place in France, whether current or formerly, because it's the beast of. So I'm assuming that Guvaudan was a place or is a place somewhere in France. And I'm gonna say the beast is just it's probably one of those things where, like most cryptids, it is an animal of some kind that's just been mistaken for a beast. So I was like, what's in France? what animals are in France? And then I was like, are wolves in France? And they are. So I'm gonna say that this is a big ass wolf that was mistaken for a cryptid, but for the sake of it being a cryptid, it's a wolf-esque beast. And I think every single cryptid I've said this time is just some animal that lives in the woods and will eat you. But eventually it's gonna be right. So this is
Right.
French, and it wolf like big beast thing, and it will just it'll just eat you. There's lots of farmland out there too, so maybe it'll eat your farm animals, your serfs as they till the fields. This seems like, I don't know, like this isn't it's like an old one. Sounds like an old, like Middle Ages type. So yeah, I'm gonna say that it's a big old wolf thing, and it just eats people and lives in the woods and has a grand old time eating everybody.
All right. So, forgive me when I mispronounce this. The beast of Guvaudan, I'm going to assume, is the historic name associated with a man-eating animal or animals that terrorized the former province of Guvaudan in the mountains of south-central France in 1764.
I think it'd be Guvaudan, wouldn't it?
Guvaudan?
I think it'd be Gévaudan.
Probably Guvaudan.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust you on that. This thing had quite a body count to it. There was an estimated 210 attacks, resulting in 113 deaths, 49 injuries. 98 of the victims that were killed were partially eaten. Their throats always torn out.
Damn.
It was said the best description of the thing at the time was a young lion, a striped hyena, or an incredibly large wolf.
Hey! Oh my god, bro.
Whoa.
Let's fucking go.
There are official burial certificates where the cause of death was this beast.
Jesus.
It was said to have been killed many times, which led people to believe that this was a large pack of them. It was... Here, let me give you a picture of it first. This is a drawing of like one of the first encounters.
Ah.
This was one came down and a big group of people more or less had to like rush it to kill it because it was eating a child. The child's on the bottom, apparently holding his face on
Damn. Okay.
because it pulled his face half off. And then there's one of a print showing Marie-Jeanne Vallée, known as the Maiden of the Juvedon. I don't know how to pronounce it still. Of her just straight up fucking spearing it.
Okay.
And finally,
Honestly,
where is he? Francois Antoine was said to be one of the last ones to actually kill it by shooting it. He had it stuffed. Oh god, that's a terrifying
Damn.
fucking picture. He had it stuffed. Come here, get a picture, please. And it was on display. Since then, it has actually been buried and a hotel was built over it, but they still cling on to the significance of the area.
Damn.
Let me see.
I was far off again. Shit.
It looked like a wolf, yet not a wolf. It made ferocious screams,
Ugh.
which led them to believe it may have been some kind of hyena. You could hear it from miles off.
Are there hyenas in France?
I mean, I would assume somebody probably would have fucking imported them. It's France.
Yeah. Yeah.
But these attacks went on for how many years? 3 years. 3 years of attacks ending in 210 total.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's just like the links. Like there's not really any.
Huh.
There used to be tigers and
French people.
jaguars, apparently, but they're now extinct. So maybe this was maybe a lion. It says Caspian tigers, jaguars, cave lions. So maybe
Could have easily been a lion, maybe like a lion pack. Maybe they had a kind of mange disease going through them. But I thought this was interesting simply because this is like the most documented one of like, we don't know what it was, but we killed like 8 of them. And yeah, there's full-on death certificates.
That is wild.
It's like, yeah, they got killed by this thing. You're like, oh shit. Where was the last one I was here?
the thing is like this is art from when was this?
17.
Yeah, and have you seen like
1767.
this? Yeah, have you seen like artists from the 1760s to 1700s like try to draw animals?
Yeah, that is true.
And they're awful. Like they're so bad at drawing
Yeah.
animals, and it's always like this looks disgusting and not at all correct. So that's why I think that this is not even what it looks like.
No, it's said to be the size of anywhere from a calf to a cow. There was bigger ones and smaller ones. And it would bound across the field almost as if it was flying. So it was so fast that it would just take you out in like one strike.
Jesus.
So the thing the size of a cow full sprinting at you, moving so fast you think it's flying off the ground to grab its victims.
Screams.
And it screams.
Jesus.
or-
the fact that people could kill those things.
Yeah, they speared them, stabbed them, clubbed them, shot them. The last one was a famous shooting where this dude, Francois, more or less it came out of the woods at him, and he shot it in the face with his rifle,
Nice.
and then stuffed it.
Nice.
And then
I would do that too.
apparently there was a big outcry because people are like, this thing is evil, you don't want this. And so they buried it without ceremony in his garden, which was then the location of a hotel.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That
is the beast of Gévaudan? I'm going to say Gévaudan.
Yeah.
Correct us if
Yeah.
we're wrong. That's as close as we're probably going to get. But that is going to be it for Cryptids 3. I had to pick some really, really far out ones. There's still a lot more.
1700s animal drawings, and they're so bad.
They're so funny. I love the way they used to draw animals. They're so silly.
So silly.
I gotta see. What the fuck? What's the crocodile doing? Alright, these things are silly look. Oh my god, that is the fattest fucking cow I've ever seen. Yo, hang on. I found me after the holidays. I feel seen. Look at this fucking cow. Look at its tiny ass head.
Oh my goodness. Oh lord.
And his little legs.
His tiny little toes. Like,
Looks like a loaf of bread.
this motherfucker would sink into the ground. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. The final score. You both got a +1 for correctly guessing France, which there was a European one. The main problem with that is Africa is so rich in cryptid folklore. Like,
Yeah, I've now realized that. Holy shit.
I had no idea.
it's Africa and North America have the most.
Mm.
Asia has a good amount. The problem with Asia is we're all kind of familiar with most of them at the moment.
Yeah.
They got very popularized. And Europe doesn't have a whole lot. Europe has some, but not as much as anywhere else in the world. Kind of sad when you think about it. Like, most of theirs are, yeah, that was clearly like a giant wolf or probably a lion. Maybe a hyena.
Yeah.
But looking at the final score, Farah is going to be the winner of this episode.
Let's go. What did I get?
You got a 4. Harvey got a
Out of-
3.
How many?
Oh.
I
There
don't remember how
were
many we did.
5 total.
Okay.
And then you each got a bonus point for guessing French. That's right, because the dead rotting one. Trunco. Now I remember that one.
Trunco.
Alright. But with that, Farah, do you have a victor speech?
I am going to go to that diamond mine in Africa where the big snake elephant lives, and I'm going to fight it, and I will live stream it, and make a lot of money and probably die.
I don't know. You can probably monetize that and make a good amount.
Every dollar donated is like another step into the cave or something.
$1 per step.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Arva, you have a loser speech.
Europe, get more cryptids. You let us down today. It's not the first time.
It is true.
That's about it.
Why is that?
Any more?
Like, I don't know. Maybe they just weren't as bored.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to drop us a follow. God, I was moving something upstairs, sounding like screaming. Terrifying. Oh, it's stairs, squeaky stairs. Anyway, my name is Westy
It's the
HCC.
Trunco.
Oh god, there you say it's the fucking beast. Like, hold on, I guess I'm gonna have to go shoot a giant wolf lion. I am Westy HCC across all platforms. Farah is Farah the Bat across all platforms, and Arva is Arva on Twitch and Arva_69 on Twitter. I keep forgetting. I always want to say like TikTok is like, you don't do TikTok.
Not really.
We're not cringe like you, Westy.
I haven't done TikTok in a while. I've
I need
been
But
to
you
post
did.
again.
The
I-
point is that you did.
I did, and there was a lot of people who were greatly enjoying me messing around with my cats. And making the what your VTuber model says about you. We need more of those. Sorry, I was laughing about time. I made fun of Farrah on that. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you
I didn't
again.
even give you my permission. I'm filing a copyright claim against you.
You posted the
Ooh.
picture in a public space. That's for use.
Ooh.
Okay, it's not even my model anymore anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the old model. Anyway, we will see you again next week. Have a great night, day, morning, whatever it may be for you, whenever this episode gets uploaded. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.